But here we are, Series E. We're going in the
here
losers
we go.
final, and this is the stats going to start right now.
Now, I will definitely agree with you in the fact that this is going to be Meth and Clueless' hardest matchup, that they have had a losing streak against them. However, I will counter that in saying that Meth and Clueless have been playing extremely well in the past few weeks here. So if they do clutch out a win here, that would be a huge difference maker for them. And really, that would be a big upset as well. So that's something that they're definitely looking forward to hopefully accomplishing here as we start on Sky Arena.
Here, Sky Arena, we got the middle of the stage is controlled by the red team. Team State Fair has the hold in the middle. He's got two of them green orbs out hovering. Coslick's had to evade and go over the top. Tried to get chased down. Meth tried to go up there and go see what he was talking about, but great movement. So this is the defense that I like from Coslick's. He's not really been hit by too much. And for some reason, I see that the way this is going, Mirror Man is really staying out of the way.
Yeah, Mirror Man, he likes to play cool and calculated at most during his gameplays, because that's just how he is as a person. He's a very calculating person. He likes to go in on the right options whenever he can. He doesn't like to take too many risks, but he has been known for taking risks. He's not afraid to do them. He's just he takes those risks when he knows he's gonna be favored with them.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what he does. That's what I was talking about earlier, his in and out gameplay. Wow, I don't even know what happened to Meth, because he didn't really get hit like that. I feel like he might have been clipped and then jumped up too high and went into the blast zone and KO'd himself. Because it didn't look like he was going to get KO'd right there. But either way it goes, we got 1-1 on the board, only 111 on the Iron Giant of Clueless. And we got 119 on Mirror Man. Mirror Man's been very evasive, but if you just look at the numbers, it's in the favor of the red team.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be. Right now, Meth and Clueless looking for this KO on Mirror Man to bring it back to an even game. However, Koslick sitting at 92, not the best spot for him at the moment. However, it could definitely change at the flip of a switch. If we see a Shaggy up special to take that kill on Koslick, that would definitely bring them towards the brink of victory here. However, does Shaggy really want to do that against his fellow Mystery Incorporated team member?
And the Mystery Incorporated was putting a combo down on the Meth, but the uppercut coming out from Clueless.
Oh my gosh, the percent on Koslick! Dude, you see that? He got caught in the green orb, and they brought out another laser orb that brought out so much damage. I think it did like 70%, and they just kept racking and racking and racking. They flipped this so hard into their favor already, just with that one play alone. I can't wait to see that in the replay, because it'll show how much damage it racked up.
He went to 80. I'm telling you right now, he went to 80. He spawned in and went to 80 damage instantly. And now he's getting butt bombed. He's getting thrown around. He's at 131. He catches the uppercut, survives somehow. Oh, the up back from Mirror Man going to take out the stock of Meth, but they know it. They smell victory. There's 98 on Mirror Man, so if he wants to keep approaching, he can still get KO'd. They're trying to find the hit on the Koslicks. Catches them in the orb. That was a snipe if I ever seen one. Into the flying kick from Shaggy. Meth with the KO. Team State Fair with the dub.
Yeah, and like I said before, they've been playing
getting KO'd. So that lead was cool and all, and there was a lot of big plays that gave them that lead. But without those big plays, that was definitely Team Vitaminwater's game. And if you look at the top of the screen right there, under Losers Finals, it says best of 5. So you don't get to just 1 and then 2 these guys. You have to take 3 games to close them out. And a performance like that to take the game, I don't know if that's what you want. Early on, look at the damage on the red team. Clueless and Meth are getting terrorized at the moment.
Yes, but it can go back into their favor at any point either. It just takes one insane play for them to take it, really. And it's all about the nuts and bolts for Iron Giant. The moment he gets a lot of nuts and bolts on his system to be able to just take a lot of hits and just tank so hard, that could flip the advantage into their favor. However, it's not been doing them any favors at the moment, as we see the mystery machine come out and it goes away. Okay.
It finally came out. Like, that's the first time all tournament, but he instantly butt bombs it and makes sure that thing is toast.
Oh, this is an interesting visual bug. They still have him targeted, but they already destroyed the mystery machine, and that is not Fred.
How you know that's not Fred? Maybe that's Fred when he's 50.
Well, the fun fact is that that guy used to be the police officer, because it was originally a police car, but they switched it out to the mystery machine because it made a lot more sense. And so instead of just making Fred, they just put him in Fred's shirt.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's 50-year-old Fred. This whole time, Fred's been dyeing his hair blonde. That's what Fred looks like when he's older.
That's the Fred from Velma's show.
I'm freaking done. Okay, so we got a tied game on the board. Very, very even when it comes into the terms of damage. I can talk about the defense spreads and all that. So, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to just talk about how the damage isn't too bad for either team. Nobody's in real KO territory right now. Good fight off from Clueless. He saw Koslick's coming over to land an up air. He landed a side air on him, got him off of him. And now he's trying to scrap and get back on the stage. He's having a rough time. They're doing the back and forth. Tag, you're it. They're going, one comes in, the other comes out, and it's been a rough go at it on these stocks. They can't really find the hits on the blue team. Clueless and Meth are just getting tagged back and forth, back and forth. I'm looking for them to gain some type of composure, some type of control, and start getting some kind of hits and figure out who they want to focus. But the blue team's not allowing any of that right now.
Yeah, they've been doing a really great job just outwalling the opponent, even though it's their job to outwall. Red team are supposed to be the ones to wall out the opponent, but Mirrorman and Kosliks, they've been used to it. They know how to deal with this team whenever they can, and that's how they're going to do it. And look at that, the entire time, that target was just kept there. That is an interesting visual bug. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that before either. But end of the day, in one that allowed State Fair to get the win, when in all actuality, without those plays, they just shouldn't have won that game. They did. I don't think they played better. They just had bigger highlight reel plays, and highlights don't win games.
Yeah, unfortunately, getting Twitter clips isn't what is going to get you games unless you're playing in a tournament that only allows you to get clips in order to win.
Yep. And now we got the stage switch over to Cromulons. I like the idea. You're going to limit the ground space for Kosliks to really run around and just keep zoning and zoning, right? But at the moment, he's got the space, right? But he's throwing hands. I like what I'm seeing from Kosliks. I always talk about how I think Velma has better fisticuffs than people give her credit for, but the uppercuts coming out from Clueless going to take out the stock. And that's a red team lead to start this off. But once again, that's a highlight play. He lands a double uppercut, gets the stock. Okay, that's a steal. But in neutral, were you winning? That's where it all comes down to in my eyes.
And I think he was winning there. Sure, it might have been a clip, and shout-outs to Banana Guard, but it's one of those moments that, I mean, he read where Kosliks was going to be DIing at, and he took well advantage of it. It's something that we could definitely see again, because I've seen Clueless go for that multiple times. So it's all about just knowing where your opponent's moving after you do the first one, and you just take advantage of it. But so far, Clueless having a bit of trouble here trying to get anything really going in terms of like an extension or a kill. And right now, Red Team having a bit of trouble here, trying to make it alive for as long as possible. But the missiles come back to help out, as Rage Mode, once again, gonna be a big crush for the Red Team here, as they are on match point. And I don't know if you noticed this, Zip, but they are 3 stocks in and not losing a stock until then.
Yeah, finally lost one, and it was because they won the neutral control. Literally after that Koslik stock fell, the middle of the stage became the red teams. They didn't care how much damage they had on them. They controlled the game and created this lead, this situation. And that's what I mean by, yeah, you're getting highlight KOs, and even that first one, I still wasn't a fan. Okay, yeah, you get a steal, but are you going to be able to control neutral? Once the neutral is dominated, that's where you win games in Multiversus, and they have it right now. They've got everything under control. They've got there's not too much damage on them. They're playing the middle. They've got control of that mid platform, and they're making you float in the airspace because you have nowhere to go. That's what they want. Got them locked in the trap, right? 80% is sitting on Mirror Man, but Mirror Man with a beautiful combo turnaround onto Clueless. That's what you want to see. He's got both of them. Okay, safe hits. Now it's looking like Mirror Man and Cosmos might be able to close this out, but what a sidekick from Meth. He goes down for the down air, but the up air to combat the defensive offense.
Oh,
what a
man.
play from Cosmos.
And Meth's recovery as well. He was like playing such a great game there, and they are able to take it against Team Vitaminwater for the second time now this set. They are one game away from taking out Team Vitaminwater with a nice upset to boot, and to put Team Vitaminwater in third place. With this game where they were able to take it. And then in the second game, I'm going to talk about that in a second here, but in the second game, it was really obvious that the blue team had a good number on the blue team, or blue team had great victory over the red team in that second game, and then they were able to flip it around so easily the next game on. But let's talk about this Marvin the Martian here. Now, I think he's really cool in terms of overall combo game, and I'll be honest with you, I think this is a stellar counter pick from Mirror Man.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like it. I don't think that he's going to be able to cover Cosmos the same way that he does with Bugs Bunny. I just don't think it's going to be possible. And we already saw one stock fall. We'll see if I'm incorrect. But right now, the story ain't being flipped for me, brother. I already got where I think this is at.
I don't think you've seen Marvin the Martian do some wacky stuff. The thing about Marvin the Martian is he's kind of similar to Velma in the aspect that he can do some great DPS, but most importantly, he's a really amazing anti-meta to the projectile game. It hasn't been fully mastered yet, but he's able to do some ridiculous stuff to really counter some of the big advantageous meta-breaking stuff. And as you can see here, I mean, the moment Marvin gets his advantage, what can you can't really do much against it. And look at this.
I ain't gonna lie. It's looking like a botched pick, my boy.
Yeah,
all right, so they got two,
I said that, and then they got 3 stocks on them.
I mean, look, it's still fairly, we talk about this often. If you get both of them at high damage and you can KO them both, good, right? But this is obviously the team that's going to be the hardest for, because Iron Giant's out there and he takes longer to KO. So yeah, you can rack up the damage and you can get a KO on both of them and win the game. But they only need one of you guys. I will say that one thing that Team Vitaminwater is doing well right now is limiting the damage that they're eating. They're doing a nice little bit of wowie zowie. What Cosmos had him in the blender. He had Meth in the blender, and I don't know what Mirror Man did. Mirror Man came over there and did something, and in the blink of an eye, we had a KO on the board. It is a tied game, ladies and gentlemen.
You see, we were saying originally that this wasn't going to be good for the blue team, but here we are, starting to change our mind because it's back to an even game. And oh my goodness, Iron Giant's such a heavy character. He ain't going to die even at this high of a percent from that high up. It's really not going to be easy here. Oh, they got to figure out a way to make it back, and they're not going to be able to. Team State Fair is going to now put Team Vitaminwater in third place, as State Fair is now going to have a chance to run it against World's Greatest Detective. And honestly,